Baby's on fire. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my freaking 15th vlog or something like that. Today I'll be talking about first I'm searching for a ball to massage my back on the back. You know, after a certain amount of training or whatever, for some reason when your muscle gets very contracted, you start developing these knots. You know, and you need to break them knots from time to time. Okay. So I've seen a few videos regarding tantrium, the thing in energy drink that was thought to be like a sperm semen or whatever. That's actually it's crazy. It helps the neurological development and it helps many. Okay, let's try to make it more coagulative. Okay, let's edit it so it's loud. Anyways. So tantrium. Fucking hell, what's it called? Taurine. Taurine is the chemical which is commonly found in animal products. Is actually neurological stimulant. It's a hormone. It's a hormone that helps you regulate your dopamine intake. So your body produces dopamine and it uses it. Once it uses it, you get the boost. But once it produces it, you don't feel it, you know. But it's producing it. Anyways, so what the taurine that's commonly found in energy drinks? What is I found a ball. So I'm gonna just like lay on the ground and I'm just gonna massage my. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm just gonna massage my back. Very professional. Oh fuck. Anyways, ow. Taurine helps your brain regulate dopamine intake. So, for example, that can result in more motivation, more sustained focus, and it's the dips and troughs and dips in glucose levels that alters the intake of the production of insulin, which destabilizes your hormone levels. And taurine is a hormone that supports sustained dopamine intake. What taurine actually helps you to do is regulate dopamine intake. So, for example, if you have like a big ball of cliquetti, glass ball. What is it called? Glass balls. If you have a bowl full of glass balls, I don't know. I forgot what is the name. But anyways, and like putting them into a bucket. You know, like once you do it like that, you know, it's like just dopamine hit. You know, like this. You know, but if you put like some kind of barrier with holes that can like one at a time, not one at a time, but like a few balls at a time, you know, which kind of slows down dopamine intake into that bucket, you know, and which preserves your focus, it preserves your motivation throughout the day, you know, so you don't reach this like you know, put the dopamine and then like nothing, and then put the dopamine and nothing, you know, it's this sustained focus, sustained consumption of dopamine, which brings you to the results. And similar thing happens. I also watched the video with testosterone, and testosterone. I'm specifically referring to the external testosterone. You know, we are naturally capable of producing testosterone, but once testosterone was introduced into the labs, you know, people thought like, oh, we should take externally testosterone to boost our muscles and boost our whatever, you know. And once we started doing that, we naturally, whenever you take something externally, especially hormones, if you take external hormones, you're making hard for your body. Your body loses its ability to produce that specific hormone. So if you're taking a testosterone, which is a hormone naturally produced in us, you're actually debilitating your body to naturally produce hormones. So you're actually becoming more dependent on external consumption of testosterone. The second thing, which is pretty interesting, yeah, you may actually, when you take externally hormones, you may reach this like peak of like, yeah, I feel so fucking great, I have a huge fucking muscles, and I feel like fucking manly and shit, you know. But you eventually, like in the long run, it's gonna just like, yeah, you reach a fucking peak and you go like down, you know. It's disease with this society because people just want to peak. People just like give me some fucking high, you know. So that's why once the taurine was introduced or upptäckt, discovered, it was put into a Red Bull, you know. And what Red Bull actually does, it has even caffeine, which uses a different neural pathway to stimulate dopamine production, and then that taurine like prolongs the dopamine consumption. Okay, and besides caffeine and taurine, like there's a few other, but it's not very healthy. It's not very healthy. You should. I'm gonna actually buy taurine supplements because it's very. I think I'm gonna try it. You know, because it's people said it's so healthy. It promotes neurological development. So by consuming, not consuming, but it's an animal byproduct that doesn't have a carboxyl group. Testosterone. How to naturally increase your levels of testosterone? First, you need to your body naturally produces testosterone, which you're supposed to use. Okay, so by that I mean you need to do some physical styrka, som man kan säga på svenska. So you should like you should do physical exercise, you know, to deplete. Once you feel the tension in your muscles, that's when the hormones is used up. But it's when you rest is when the hormone gets built up, you know. So it's this constant circulation of using up and building up, using up and building up. Okay, so that's how you naturally produce testosterone, by actually resting after the work. Some people don't even rest, you know. They just like work, and then they just like do a little bit of work, you know. But you need to like just like chill down, just like for half an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, just like after the intense like training or whatever, just like or like watch TV or whatever is focused on you. Okay, it has this build up unused testosterone, so actually starts hormones, estrogen hormone starts to build up, and once the estrogen hormones build up, they start to gain fat, you know. Estrogen hormones are the hormones that that's why it's easy for women to get fat, you know, because the estrogen naturally forms fat, you know. Once you form a belly fat, which I don't necessarily have, but once you form a belly fat, you actually have a lot of estrogen. You have a lot of estrogen buildup. Okay. So when you have a lot of estrogen buildup, you get fat, you know, and that's when you need to start training, you know, to build up the testosterone to overcome the estrogen, to have this big focus. Anyways, today or actually tomorrow I'm gonna go buy a taurine to try it out. I got a new haircut, and I'm planning to invite my ex teacher out, maybe. The thing is, like, your strength is such a strong characteristic that a lot of people underestimate. You know, it's I want to prove it to myself by cutting my hair, that it's not about the looks, it's about the strength. It's about the confidence, it's about the ability to, oh fucking hell, today is a fucking party day and I'm not partying. I'm not partying and I really want to party. Party. Oh, I love my other boy. Anyways, I sometimes I see like weaknesses in people. Like yesterday was really fascinating for a guy, Hubert. I don't know. I saw like a respect to him because, you know, he seems really strong, despite his looks. Because he's bald. Anyways, I saw him like sometimes, and he seems pretty strong. But like I saw him weak, you know, and it's like, oh wow. I mean, it's natural, you know, it's natural. Weakness is natural. You can't be strong always. You know, you can't even pretend to be always strong. If you pretend, it's shitty. It's better. She tells you that you're not her type, but you know that's bullshit. Yeah. So, yes.